A tie-up out.
That gets picked off. Kitchen shot. Glove save by Felix Atton. Duplessis. Duplessis passing back. Shot by Jair to McDonald. Pass out in front of the net. Shot saved by Flyers taking it behind McGrath. Shot up by Robbins. Pass just missed. Seri passing over to Jair. Jair dumping puck in. Picked up. Shot by Dalla. Kitchen with the puck at the blue line. Shot wide off the skate of Myers. Bringing it in, and he scores! Bringing it in, and he scores! First done with the puck. Attempting to bring it around. Passed out to Broussard. Broussard on a breakaway, and he scores! A win by his center. Bringing the puck in right now is Jair. Jair bringing it around Baglol, but does not connect, and puck dumped. Blocked again. Two unlucky shots for Kitchen. Jair with the puck now. Blocked again by the attack. Chasing the puck. Shot from Nolan. McFadden dumps it in. Hit in the corner. The attack will take it out. Shot on McGrath. McGrath, 2 saves. Pads of Hatton. Jair will pass it up to Duplessis. Duplessis back to Alain. Alain shot. Nolan with the puck, passing back to his D again. Legel with the puck. Shot, and he scores! To Jair. Jair going in. Shot. Glove save from Hatton. To deke around the central attack players, and he misses the open net. Back over to Rodier. Rodier will try to get around the attack player. Attack putting up the line. Duplessis, attempted shot. Weird bounce, but it's saved. Rebound. Legel will bring back the puck, passing it over to Nolan. Nolan going in wide around the attack players, and he the least. That was an amazing power play from the Flyers. The attack will win the faceoff. Bringing it up the ice is Baglol. Big collision between three separate players over in front of the timekeeper's booth. Flyers net passed over to Gates. Gates with the puck. Battling down on the side with net, along with Weederby. Drop pass over to Weederby. Nolan will take the puck off Weederby, and he scores! We'll head back to the faceoff at center ice. Nolan up to Dufour. Nolan retaking the puck, going down, passing over. Flyers defense wall, passing it into Nolan. Dufour with it behind their net. Nolan shot, blocked. Shot from Dufour, and he scores! Steve's shot knocked wide by Duplessis. In front of the net, and they score again. From his blue line. Taking it back, McFadden taking his place. Rejoining play. Shot on Hatton, and he saves the puck. With the puck is Nolan, taking it through the circle. Nolan attempting to take a shot, drawing a penalty. Nolan passing back to Legel. Legel to Nolan. Nolan shot, glove save. Over the net off an attack stick. McFadden behind the net, passed out to Duplessis. Shot, amazing save.
Now finds a way up from the corner, goes back up towards the ring out line. Passes it down to McFadden. McFadden with sharp angle shot, turned away by Hatton, the rebound in the attack zone. Attack trying to regain possession. Throwing it from one-timer, Dadel. What a almost in for the steal is Langy, but working his way back out is Radier. Radier stepping in, gets taken down. Flyers again off the draw. The shot turned away by Hatton. Rebound on the corner, and he scores. The right spot at the right time. Stepping up with speed. Here's Myers. And his stick checked. And working back up with Duplessis. He's hammered in through center. Working his way in is McFadden. Cutting back. McFadden working around the hash mark. Sending to the net. Deflected on Kirk. McFadden to the blue line. Barely keeping it in is Roy. Cross ice. Pass. McFadden. Shot. Score. Middle. Working his way out was McLennan before taken away by Paulin. Paulin stepping in. Sharp angle shot to the down to the corner. Flipped up. Hits the boards. Kept in by Jaillet. Jaillet turns and spins. Working its way past Langy. The shot turned away. Cleared down. Only one there for the attack is Bruce. Cleared up. Massive. Cleared out along the boards. Dufour deflecting it past Hines behind the net. Tyson Hines working out. Turnover. Out in front. They score. Here's a shot turned away by McGrath. Behind the net. Declan Steeves moves his way into the corner. A pass taken to the blue line. Burke with a shot. It's deflected. They score. Waterby. Passing that one over. It's Robinson stepping in. Passing McFadden off his skates. Shooting now. And here we are back for more Dieppe Flyers action. Them hoping to continue the momentum off an outstanding 11-5 win last night at the Moncton Coliseum against the Central Attack. And a quick monthly recap for the Dieppe Flyers. The month of February, they are 4-0 so far. They've had a very impressive month. That goes without saying. In 3 of those 4 games, they scored 10 or more goals. So a very offense-talented lineup in the month of February. Point leaders standing out for the Flyers, Sam Nolan with 22 points in 4 games. Duplessis right behind him with 16 and 4. And Jamie Jaillet on the blue line gets 12 points in 4 games. And the Flyers currently riding high with a 5-game winning streak, continuing from their last game in January. As in the standings right now, Flyers are 3 points chasing the Moncton Hawks. They have 2 games in hand, and we'll be back for puck drop between the Flyers and the Rangers on the Dieppe Flyers YouTube channel, brought to you by MST. And here we go, all set for puck drop. Warm-ups, Flood, and O Canada all done. And your starting goalies for tonight It's Peyton Thibodeau in for the Rangers, and Xavier Powers gets the start between the pipes for the Dieppe Flyers. The Flyers have been incredibly successful against these Rangers over the course of their season, only losing one game. Flyers wearing their third alternate jerseys tonight in all black, as we are all set for puck drop at the beautiful Avenir Center in downtown Moncton. Nolan steps into the draw against Stevens. It's Nolan that wins the draw. Dedal quickly brings it in along the blue line. He tried to evade Bizot behind the net. Rimmed along the boards, it's Roy carrying it back in, trying to move it away behind the net. Dedal being pinned up by both Stevens and another defenseman. A one-handed move to Nolan. Up to the blue line. Anne, cross ice. Roy steps, has some room and shoots. And that one's just above the net. Rebound had gone right in front of the net. And trying to carry it out now is Cole. Will Cole send it to the middle as O'Toole being banged up against the boards. Cole retrieving it again along the left side up against the boards. Flyers try to leave their zone, a misplay. It's O'Toole pouncing on it. He'll shove it into the corner as they need some fresh legs on the ice. Flyers try to leave their zone. A pass went in for Dedal, went under a stick for Lewis. Dylan Dedal skates his way around his own zone, trying to speed his way by Marshall Smith, stepping in and colliding with about three Rangers. It's Max McKinnon that breaks up that draw. Blue line, firing shot from Jaillet, and that one blocked right out in front of him by Max McKinnon. Cleared back out by Lewis off the boards along the left side. It's Kitchen skating back. He's being chased by Alibi right behind him, almost turning over the puck. And an almost centering pass. Jackson Steves regaining possession. Pass up for Jaillet. Jaillet stepping in, cutting in the middle with a shot. He scores! It's Jamie Jaillet skating up from his own zone, cutting to the middle and firing it past Thibodeau for a 1-0 Flyers lead. Jaillet, a well-renowned offensive defenseman, gets the Flyers on the board early with this one. It's just been a minute and a half so far in this game, and the Flyers see themselves quickly with a 1-0 lead. So that's going to be Jaillet's 13th of the year as a defenseman. Quick icing call against the Rangers. And also a big help on that Jaillet goal. Thibodeau with a bit of traffic in front of him, his own defenseman potentially giving off a screen. So it starts off 1-0 in favor of the Flyers, attempting to clear it out with Baskin. They get outside the zone, and Flyers go offside. Going in just a bit early is Lejeune. Faceoff will go out into the neutral zone next to the penalty box. Won by the Flyers, cleared in by Dufour. He's bumped by O'Toole, and ends up behind the net. Bizot tried to bank it off the boards, gets by Reddy, but blocked in at the blue line, shot in off a backhand. Bizot moving his way out in the corner, being chased by Dufour, ends up with his backhand. Outlet pass for Will Cole, stepping up to the middle, and with stick checked by Lejeune. There's a hit a bit from behind on Bizot, and the Flyers may have an odd man rush the other way. Lejeune breaking with Robinson. There's Robinson, backhander, rejected by Thibodeau as he sits down. Wasn't too sure where the puck had been, and it ended up nestling inside his equipment. And Thibodeau keeps this a 1-0 game. A 2-on-1 led by Alex Lejeune Not all too common seeing that. And sees Nolan Robinson right in the middle and try to tuck it in off his backhand. It's Duplessis behind the net, trying to poke it by Belyea. Up to the blind from Nolan. Shot from Alain, patted away by Thibodeau. Nolan finding it at the hash mark. Tries to put it down low behind him and quickly flipped out by McKinnon. And touched up at center. We have a hand pass being called. So Flyers are up to a quick 1-0 lead against the Southern Rangers. And that goal coming from Jamie Jaillet. That's going to be assisted by Jackson Steves at 18:31. Jackson Steves has been most recently promoted to the Flyers first line and has been very successful in doing so. He's been racking up a good couple points in this month of February. Shot out past Belyea and City. Working back as McKinnon. Speeding around the corner, being chased by Duplessis. Leaves it behind him there. City stealing, trying to go upstairs on Thibodeau with a sharp angle. City being pushed by McKinnon. Also in there is Smith. Cleared along the boards and outside the zone. Sending it back into the zone of the Rangers is Alain. McKinnon curling back in his own zone, trying to free up some space. Goes along the boards between the legs of Smith, and waiting right behind him is Xavier Alain. Nolan trying to pass it up. It's right in the center. Paulin trying to skate up, but it's thrown away behind the net by Thibodeau. Paulin trying to throw it back into the corner. Curling back in his own zone is Lewis, putting it behind the net. There's a turnover. Nolan lifting a stick. It's Duplessis trying to get a one-touch pass out in front of the net. Flyers still in the zone for the moment. Paulin tried to put it deep in the zone. It's Lewis. Sending it across for Allaby. Allaby waiting in the corner. Gets hit, but still manages to make a nice pass. And touched over by Throop. He tried to get that over to the other side. Stepping in, working his way to the middle. Here's Baskin. Shooting, saved by Powers. Reed Baskin trying to truck his way to the front of the net. And a very valiant attempt. Getting by one Flyers defenseman. Just getting under the red line, trying to throw it out in front. Flyers win the face-off again. Out in the corner, stopping is Jaillet. Trying to maneuver around Mosher. Passing it up over for Jackson Steves. He's having a pressure applied by Muffet. Flyers exit from the center. Paulin stepping in the shot. That one blocked right in front by Lewis. Steves out in the corner, pressured by Muffet also in there, as well as Arbo. Trying to send that out in front, it's Baskin. Passing up against the boards, backhand back in by Jaillet. Jake Arbo skating behind his net, emerges out the left, passes up against the boards, almost hitting Baskin. Arbo crossing back for Lewis, trying to pass up that one in the feet of Baskin. Back in the zone, Dax Lewis skates back in the face-off circle over for Arbo. Arbo skates up the right, gets to about the red line before he dumps it in the zone of Powers. Powers leaving it out for Declan Steves. Curling around the boards there, Dufoul that waits at the hash marks. It was Stevens being pinned up from the Rangers. Now still some battle against the boards, trying to throw it out wide, but clear was Dufoul. Legal had tried to poke it loose. There's Blacquier. Behind the net, Declan Steves passes that up in the feet of Rodier. Rodier getting angled out, trying to get possession. Here's Dufoul stepping in, pass across. Robinson shoots and scores. It's a bottle popper by Nolan Robinson. And it's 2-0 in favor of the Dieppe Flyers. A very sudden 2-on-1 coming for Dieppe, and Dufour had a chance to shoot it, laid a perfect pass to Nolan Robinson, and he went upstairs. Flyers off the draw again, and Trois across, and trying to get that one up to City. That pass, then getting out of the reach of Kosoboom. Back in his own end, on his backhand, Kosoboom putting it up along the boards. He had tried to hit Muffet, ended up with a blow for Trois with a shot. That's deflected up and wide. Lewis trying to make a pass through center. Deflected by Roy. Roy skating up behind his net, out with speed. Roy up against the boards, trying to hit City. Ends up back for the Rangers defense. Muffet stepping in along the blue line. Trying to get past Roy. Sent back, waiting for it's Dadal. Almost in the offensive zone. Dadal stepping in along the left, trying to throw that out in front. And that one upended by Kosoboom in between his skates. Flyers again at the blue line. Behind the net, Dadal. That one just out of his reach, so it's Kosoboom that takes possession. Chucking it through center. This one going to go all the way down the ice, not for an icing. Alain puts it out in the corner. Flyers escape another zone. Trois trying to make a stretch pass over for McFadden. Now going up with Lewis. McFadden pins Lewis up against the board. In to take the puck with help is Belliea. Belliea finding between the feet of Kitchen. Luke Belliea step it in, has some room, passes it off. It's through with a shot. Rebound. Belliea just unable to corral it. Throop up to the blue line. Here's Lewis. Waits to the middle. One-timer denied by Powers. It looked like he had it in his glove, was thrown out. Had popped in and out of his glove, and that'll go down the ice. And what a first chance of the game for the Rangers. A one-timer from the blue line. It's Dax Lewis passing it off for McQuaid, who makes no mistake and fires it. With traffic in front, that had been a dangerous shot. A low shot at that. Another shot attempt from O'Toole that had been blocked. Sent back in by Bizot. Behind the net, Rangers struggling to find possession. It's McFadden trying to poke it through the legs of Throop. Sent back in by Stevens. In the corner now, it's Cole. Being pinned up quickly by Kitchen in there, as well as O'Toole now having his face being pressed against the boards. O'Toole sent out in front. That one sticked away by Powers. McKinnon moving his way down in the corner. Hit off by Jaillet. O'Toole once more for Bizot. Has a shot, and that one just missed wide to the left. McKinnon around the boards again for O'Toole on the right side. Hash marks put down for Cole. That one stolen away by Kitchen. He finds his way behind the net. McKinnon lays up a hit. McKinnon trying to throw it down deep. Taken away by the Rangers. Thought it had been the whistle pass. And denied by Powers. Again, shot out. This one knocks off of McKinnon. And to go all the way down the ice. McKinnon trying to work his way out of the zone with heavy pressure from Robinson. Curling around the boards is Muffet. Being pressed against the boards, trying to get a shot out as Mosher. Still kept in and backhanded out by McKinnon. This one missing his intended target, being Throop. Flyers regaining possession out in their own zone. Pass up, it's Robinson. Robinson stepping in, trying to throw that in front, and blocked by the skate of McKinnon. Blaqueer leaving that one off for Arbo. Rimmed along the boards, trying to see Throop. Stepping back in. Robinson pass it in front. Dufour with a shot. Scores! And it's Luca Dufour finding that out in front. And he makes no mistake burying it at home. To make it 3-0. Dieppe Flyers so far applying tons of offensive progression. And that last Dieppe Flyers goal, it's for Robinson from Dufour and Leger at 14-18. And this one coming just less than 4 minutes later. Behind the net, trying to throw that out in front, but fitting on in the corner was Smith. Rudye behind his own net. Emerges out in the corner, trying to thread the needle and pass on over for Robinson. Back for the Rangers is Kosoboom putting it off the boards. Dufour being bumped up by Smith. Now back in his own end's McQuaid. Passing up and shooting it in is Belyea. And now going for a change. Powers along the board. Should I get that one over for Leger? And made it past him. It's now for City. City leaving that one off for Duplessis. Duplessis working his way around the net with his backhand. Still with it. To the blue line. Roy has some space. Fires turned away by Thibodeau. Roy off his own rebound. Back in his own defensive zone. Cleared up along the boards. Duplessis finds City out in the middle. City just couldn't handle the puck. It's Bezo that takes over and sends it for Lewis. Dax Lewis off for Bezo. Now being sent over for O'Toole. Cleared out into the zone of the Flyers along the blue line. Shot in, deflected by Duplessis behind the net. Thibodeau making the puck come to a rest. Bezo rimming it along. That one's just out of the reach of O'Toole. Going to be backhanded in, back by Alain. Rangers finally exiting the zone. It's Dax Lewis skating in. Dax Lewis trying to make some moves and get a shot off, and had just fanned on his shot attempt. Blue line, it's Kosoboom. Putting it back down over for O'Toole. Now being lost in his feet, it's Roy. Spinning around and setting that one for Duplessis. Duplessis works his way up. Will make the wise decision to clear it in behind the net. Thibodeau. Left off for McKinnon. Backhanded up, swatted in by McFadden. Flyers trying to enter the zone. It looked like they were offside. It's McKinnon that had been interfering with a man. So we may have coincidental penalties coming up. That had been Max McKinnon. Max McKinnon and McFadden in a little cross-checking battle. So we stay 5-on-5. It's Belyea trying to shoot it in through the middle. Cleared back in by Jaillet. Behind the net of Thibodeau, it's McQuaid. Trying to get that one over for Paulin, who was shoved up by Belyea. Puts it to the blue line. Kitchen with a shot, and that one gloved by Thibodeau. This save a bit easier than some others, with tons of room to see it. So on that last Dieppe Flyers goal, it's Dufour and Robinson both getting their second points of the game. Paulin, blue line, Kitchen. Attended target was Paulin, ended up behind the net. Kosoboom and another Flyer been in a battle. Here's Nolan. Stepping up past McKinnon. Moving his way by Kosoboom. Still with it along the boards. Having multiple players pressure. It's Belyea trying to flip it out. That one batted down by Paulin. Bezo. Pass across. Bezo. Shot along that left side. Kitchen. Pass to the middle. Robinson finding on his backhand. Shoots. And blocked away by Thibodeau out in the net. Rudye shot back in. Gloved by Bezo. Bezo hammered along the boards. Kept in by Dufour. Bezo sent across for Kosoboom as the Rangers try to exit the zone. Here's Cole. Being poke checked. Will find the puck again behind him and put it behind the net of Powers. It's Rudye. Curling back behind his net. Rudye up on the right. Pass for Dufour. Dufour steps in. Shoots it past Blaquier. Lequier and Dufour being pinned up. Rudye swings in and finds it. Now is being pinned up in the corner by Arbo. Blue line shot from Allen. That one just over the net. Leger being bumped up against the boards. Then shoved away by Cole. Rangers trying to exit the zone, flipped against the boards. Duplessis tried to find his way, work his way by O'Toole. Robinson stepping in the middle. It's Nolan trying to curl his way by Arbeau. Blue line, Alain, shot, redirected, and just wide of the net. Arbeau banked up against the glass. It's Alain finding it in his feet and sending one cross ice. Trying to pass that one in the middle. Baskin cleared in. Alain trying to shoot it back up through center for Duplessis. He had accidentally directed that back to his own end. Roy to Nolan. Skating up on McQuaid. Nolan working his way in with speed. Curling back. Out for Roy. The shot. And that one just misses the net. Rangers trying to clear it out. Back in by Alain through Throop. Throop again. It's sent to the line. Alain works his way in. Curl it around a couple. Now going against Lewis. Curling around again. Xavier Alain to Nolan. Drop past Duplessis. Back up for Alain. Waits. Goes across. Roy to the middle and try to get that one over for Duplessis. Duplessis behind the net for Nolan. Playing a little game of catch. It goes back to Duplessis. Up for Roy. Roy tried to put it across for Jaillet. Jaillet stepping in. That one's poked loose by Baskin. Reed Baskin. Hammer along the glass. This one not going to go for icing. All 5 Rangers players getting a change. Duplessis had received a pass and had tried to deflect it into the zone. Bizot across for Kosovu. Lead passes Bellier on a breakaway. Bellier turned away by Xavier Powers and Kitchen, who was steaming behind him trying to catch up. So another really good chance for the Rangers and just coming up short, trying to throw that out in front. Jackson Steves along the boards. Held in at the blue line. Attempted pass. That one turned away. Jackson Steves raced it up against Bizot. It's Bizot with speed that trucks his way and denies Jackson Steves of a potential 1-on-0. City along Jackson Steves. Bumped off the puck, finding it in the middle and curling back is Smith. Passed over for Kosovu. Flyers banking along the boards. Here's City in Plas Blaqueer. City trying to make his way past Arbeau. Pass up for Cole. Cole 1-on-2. Cole steps up with a shot and couldn't quite get one away with some defense from Leger. City along the boards. Trying to poke it was Jackson Steves. Gets it back to his tape. It's Robinson. Stepping in on Cole and then having to shove away Arbeau and lose the puck in the process. Radier left off for Robinson. On his backhand, shoots! Turned away by Thibodeau. We'll go back to this chance from the Rangers just a couple minutes earlier with Luc Bellier on a breakaway, who was very successful in the last Flyers home game versus the Rangers and was just denied of his breakaway. Ruddy unsuccessful in the draw. It's McQuaid trying to throw it back for Lewis. Robinson out in front. Ruddy shot. Another shot and denied by Thibodeau. 2 quick shots. Leger working his way down low. A little collision with Ruddy. Frees up the puck. They still get it behind the net. Ruddy being pinned up by Lewis. Lewis ended up falling to the ground. It's Ruddy looking behind the net. Robinson. You're going to leave that one off for Duplessis. Blue line, Leger. Thrown out in the corner. Lewis taking a bit of a tumble. Robinson behind the net. Being shoved, trying to find it in his feet. Robinson stepping up, trying to get a loose puck deke off, and barely retains possession. There's Baskin trying to steer the puck away. Shot saved. Scrum out in front of Thibodeau. It's loose before it's taken out finally by Lewis. It's Muffet, rather, setting it into the zone. Whoa. Trying to put it all on the boards. Taking that one away from Mosher. Step back up is Duplessis with a dangerous looking collision with Allaby. Luckily, both players getting up scot-free. Dadal for Nolan. Nolan stepping in, waiting, shooting, denied by Thibodeau. Thibodeau out of position. It goes up to the blue line for Alain. Try to throw it back for Nolan. Behind the net, Kosaboom. Waits, turns, and goes along the boards. Allaby, cross ice pass, hitting Bizot. Bizot stepping up, trying to get that one to Bellier, who was bodied off by Matteo Roy. Alain behind the net, being bumped away by Smith. Flyers generate a zone exit. Working back out, Duplessis. And that one just not connecting. It's Bizot. Pass up for Allaby. Flyers defense just got off a change. Here's a shot turned away by the glove of Xavier Powers as we approach the last minute of play in this first period. Flyers step their way outside the zone. Here's Cole turning back and delivering off a pass. It's O'Toole. Attempt to make a drop pass. McFadden stepping his way through center with Paulin. McFadden fires, and that one just going too far upstairs. There's Paulin battling with it at the side of the net. Backhander, and just went above the crossbar. And a surprising backhand shot getting up like that, right and close to the net. Pass to the blue line. Taken by Jaillet, banked along the boards. Glove down by Bizot. Sent across for McKinnon. Got less than 30 seconds left to play. McKinnon stepping in, waiting. Soft dish the shot, save. Cole trying to look for a rebound, and he was just tied up. Glove back and then rattled around a couple ticks. Pass up, Ponan getting past Arbo. Here's Allaby. Passing across, trying to get that to Smith in the middle. Marshall Smith stepping in, not much time. Trying to get around Declan Steves, drop pass, and no one there. And the Flyers will take it out, and that will end this period. So after the first period, a dominated period from the Flyers. If you're just tuning in, those 3 goals from the Flyers, they're from Jaillet, Robinson, and Dufour. We'll be back in roughly 7 minutes' time for period 2 between the Flyers and the Rangers on the Dieppe Flyers YouTube channel, being streamed by MST. A tie-up out. Stevens and another defenseman. A one-handed move to Nolan. Up to the blue line. Alain, cross ice. Roy steps, has some room and shoots. And that one's just above the net. Right behind him, almost turning over the puck. And an almost centering pass. Jackson Steves regaining possession. Pass up for Jaillet. Jaillet stepping in, cutting in the middle with a shot. He scores! Outlet pass for Will Cole, stepping up to the middle. And with stick checked by Legel, there's a hit. There's a hit. A bit from behind on Bizot, and the Flyers may have an odd man rush the other way. Legel breaking with Robinson. There's Robinson, backhander. It's Duplessis behind the net, trying to poke it by Bellier. Up to the blind from Nolan. Shot from Alain, patted away, and City. Working back as McKinnon. Speeding around the corner, being chased by Duplessis. Leaves it behind him there. City stealing, trying to go upstairs. By Throop, he tried to get that over to the other side. Stepping in, working his way to the middle. Here's Baskin, shooting, saved by Patty. Rodi getting angled out, trying to get possession. Here's Dufour stepping in, pass across. Robinson shoots and scores. Shot, rebound, Bellier just unable to corral it. Throop up to the blue line. Here's Lewis. Waits to the middle. One-timer denied by Patty way behind the net. McKinnon lays up a hit. McKinnon trying to throw it down deep. Taken away by the Rangers. Thought it had been the whistle pass. Rimmed along the boards, trying to see through, stepping back in. Robinson, pass it in front. Dufour with a shot, score. City leaving that one off for Duplessis. Duplessis working his way around the net with his backhand, still with it to the blue line. Roy has some space, fires, turned away. Oh, it's McQuaid. Trying to get that one over for Paulin, who was shoved up by Bellier. Puts it to the blue line. Kitchen with a shot, and that one, Bizot. Shot along that left side. Kitchen, pass to the middle. Robinson finding on his backhand, shoots. Pass and a try to deflect it into the zone. Bizot across for Kosovu. Lead passes Bellier on a breakaway. Bellier turned away by Ruddy, unsuccessful in the draw. It's McQuaid trying to throw it back for Lewis. Robinson out in front. Ruddy shot, another shot and denied, and barely retains possession. There's Basket trying to steer the puck away. Shot saved. Scrub out in front of. It's Muffet rather, sending it into the zone. Whoa. Trying to put it along the boards. Taking that one away from Mosher. Stepping back up is Duplessis. Pass up for Olaby. Flyers defense just got off a change. Here's a shot. Turned away by the. Got less than 30 seconds left to play. McKinnon stepping in, waiting. Soft dish, the shot save. Cole trying to look for. A tie-up out. Stevens and another defenseman. A one-handed move to Nolan. Up to the blue line. Ane, cross ice. Roy steps, has some room and shoots. And that one's just above the net. Right behind him, almost turning over the puck. And an almost centering pass. Jackson Steves regaining possession. Pass up for Jaya. Jaya stepping in, cutting in the middle with a shot. He scores! Outlet pass for Will Cole, stepping up to the middle. And with stick checked by Legel, there's a hit. There's a hit. A bit from behind on Bizo, and the Flyers may have an odd man rush the other way. Legel breaking with Robinson. There's Robinson, backhander. It's Duplessis behind the net, trying to poke it by Belyea. Up to the blind from Nolan. Shot from Alain, patted away, and City. Working back as McKinnon. Speeding around the corner, being chased by Duplessis. Leaves it behind him there. City stealing, trying to go upstairs. By Throop, he tried to get that over to the other side. Stepping in, working his way to the middle. Here's Baskin, shooting, saved by Patty. Rodi getting angled out, trying to get possession. Here's Dufour stepping in, pass across. Robinson shoots and scores. Shot, rebound, Belyea just unable to corral it. Throop up to the blue line. Here's Lewis. Waits to the middle. One-timer denied by Patty way behind the net. McKinnon lays up a hit. McKinnon trying to throw it down deep. Taken away by the Rangers. Thought it had been the whistle pass. Rimmed along the boards, trying to see through, stepping back in. Robinson passing in front. Dufour with a shot, score. City leaving that one off for Duplessis. Duplessis working his way around the net with his backhand, still with it to the blue line. Roy has some space, fires, turned away. But oh, it's McQuaid. Trying to get that one over for Paulin, who was shoved up by Belyea. Puts it to the blue line. Kitchen with a shot, and that one, Bizo. Shot along that left side. Kitchen, pass to the middle. Robinson finding on his backhand, shoots. Pass, and I tried to deflect it into the zone. Bizo across for Kosovu. Lead passes Belyea on a breakaway. Belyea turned away by Ruddy, unsuccessful in the draw. It's McQuaid trying to throw it back for Lewis. Robinson out in front. Ruddy shot, another shot and denied, and barely retains possession. There's Basket trying to steer the puck away. Shot saved. Scrum out in front of. It's Muffet rather, sending it into the zone. Whoa. Trying to put it all on the boards. Taking that one away from Mosher. Step back up is Duplessis. Pass up for Olaby. Flyers defense just got off a change. Here's a shot. Turned away by the. Got less than 30 seconds left to play. McKinnon stepping in, waiting. Soft dish the shot save. Cole trying to look for. about all set for this second period of action, finally getting the officials on the ice. And here we go, the Flyers winning another draw. That is one of their key points of how they are leading this game and dominating so far, just winning faceoffs all game. City attempting to keep it in the zone. It ends up with McFadden. He sends it over in the corner. It's Bizot putting it off his skate. Here's City out in front trying to get that one over for Jackson Steves. Along the boards, Belliea hammering it a bit just too hard. Goes all the way down for Powers. Scoops it along the boards. There's City being hit by Smith. Back in the feet of City. Throws it out to the blue line. Kept in by Bizot. Sent high and over the head of Marshall Smith. Across, out of the reach of Roy, and now ends up with a Flyer who is hammered up against the boards. That one looks to be Jackson Steves. Rangers reset. Smith, pass up for Cole. Cole stepping in, no look pass. Smith shoots and just sends it a bit too high out in front. One-timer Alabi, and that one had been blocked by the shin pads of Mateo Roy. Flyers gonna ice the puck. And potentially a little momentum change. The Rangers have started this second period hot. Has only been about a minute, but still showing signs of promise. This one going to the left of Powers. Won by the Flyers. It's Kitchen trying to put that one over for Jaye. Flyers break out of the zone cleanly. Dadao stepping in, makes his way past Lewis. Dadao with a shot turned away by the blocker of Thibodeau. At the blue line, a shot redirected. Glove down by Thibodeau that had taken a weird redirection. Was going to go wide left of the net originally. That's going to be the first Flyer shot on goal this period. Another shot patted away by Thibodeau. Looking sharp so far in the second period. Nolan sends it down low for Duplessis. Up to the blue line. A shot attempt. That one turned away by Lewis. Lewis trying to send that one over for O'Toole and ends up with Jaye. Jaye clearing it by Kosoboom. It's deflected but not stopped by Thibodeau. Flyers hold the line. Nolan waits. Passes off Duplessis trying to seek his way to the front of the net. To the blue line. Jaye with the shot. Tipped by the stick of O'Toole. Nolan. Blue line for Jaye. Jaye trying to step by O'Toole. Successfully does. Jaye with room with a shot. That one deflected off the tape. Believe that's Stevens that was blocking that out in front. Jaye shooting. That one not missing the net by much. Kitchen holding the line. Trying to scoop it out as Cole. It ends up just outside the blue line. Jaye pass. Deflected off O'Toole, but it went to Nolan. Flyers offside. They'll have to regroup. Duplessis. Backhanded down into the zone. Kosoboom. Waits. Tries a stretch pass. Tried to hit Baskin, and that one significantly out of his reach. It's still a 3-0 game in favor of the Flyers. If you're just tuning in, all goals by the Flyers scored in the first by Jaye, Robinson, and Dufour, all coming out 4 minutes apart from each other. Blaquier behind his own cage, pass out in front, turn away, there's a shot. A quick turnaround shot stopped by Thibodeau. Could have been a dangerous turnover from the Rangers. Luckily not going to cost them too much. Off the draw, it's taken by Dieppe. Robinson being pinned up behind the net. In the scoop, it is Dufour to the blue line. Declan Steves back for Dufour, trying to find it in between his feet. And that one gets sent off for Mosher. Trying to clear the zone, it's backhanded high and in by Dufour. Blaquier behind the net, being chased by Ruddy, goes up against the boards for Muffet. Almost chopped down by Robinson, but will be a high stick. It looked like Robinson had just gotten a stick on it. And we'd like to thank the current 41 watching from home on this Saturday night between the Flyers and the Rangers in downtown Moncton at the pristine Avenir Center, a newly built arena for the Moncton Wildcats of the QMJHL. Stepping in, drop pass from Bellier. Here's a sharp angle shot that hits off the bar. Attempting to hold the line was McKinnon. That puck had just squeaked by him and out into center. Rangers now regroup. It's Arbeau trying to set a cross-ice pass that was picked off by Podin, but regathered quickly by the Southern Rangers. Bellier scoops it back in behind the net. Cycling it around, trying to get that one over to Allaby. Going to be kept in by Arbeau with a soft backhander. Out in the corner, battling for it is Connor Allaby. Had been shoved around and now ends up behind the net for Lejeal. Sent back for Declan Steves with pressure from Allaby. Banked against the boards. Shot back in by McKinnon from the blue line. Flyers try to clear. Stepping in is Jake Arbeau to hold the line. Flyers roaming around the boards. Attempted for City. It's McKinnon throwing it through the middle. Taken away by Podin and sent out to center. Arbeau waits, goes over, banks off the state of McKinnon. McKinnon pass up for Cole. Cole had been trying to poke it away from Steve's potential breakaway. It's Duplessis. Duplessis in, fires, saved, and they score! An original save from Thibodeau on Duplessis. And Duplessis was right there for the rebound. It looked like he had gone to stick on the puck, maybe popping it out of the glove of Thibodeau and into the net for a 4-0 Flyers lead. And the Southern Rangers, their defense was very tired, had need to get off for a change, and they were caught. The Flyers successfully spring Duplessis, and he makes no mistake on the breakaway, getting his 17th point now in less than 5 games played. There's a hit along the boards, sending McQuaid down to his feet. There's McQuaid roughing up Nolan. Dalal on the corner. Puck was hopping around multiple twigs, cleared all the way down by the Rangers, and that will go for an icing. So that last Flyers goal, it's Miguel Duplessis with the goal, and with the stretch pass is Declan Steves. So Miguel Duplessis now moving up. He is second in the league in points, tied for second with Nathan LeBlanc of the Moncton Hawks. Sam Nolan still at the top with 91 points in 29 games. Pretty surreal coming from him. Reed Baskin trying to move it outside the zone. The Flyers eventually take it out themselves. Here's Duplessis stepping in, sent across from Matteo Dubois. Dubois waits, goes cross ice. A dangerous looking pass. It's shot by Alain. Just getting by Lewis. Dadao. Out at the hash marks. The shot patted away by Thibodeau up to the line. Alain going down for Nolan. Making a smooth curl, trying to step to the middle. Pass. Dadao scores. And there's Nolan with another point. Dadal getting a perfect backdoor feed and going to make no mistake on that one. Well, Dylan Dadal, he's going to notch his 20th of the season, bringing him to 38 points now in 28 games. And that's going to be a 5-0 lead in favor of the Flyers. So far, again, a very well-played second period so far that had started off with some pressure from the Rangers, but they have since cooled off. It's been all Flyers. Shot from Kitchen deflected, they score. That's Radier out in front, getting the tip. From the shot from Kitchen at the blue line, making that a quick 6-0 for the Flyers. And it looks like we have a Flyers injury. Heading to the room is Jackson Steves, unsure at what had happened, but he is making his way to the room, looking like it's something to do with his left arm. And again, we hope to see him back soon. Rangers off the draw. McKinnon flips it high and into the zone of Dieppe. Clammed off the boards. That one not touched by Radier. So we go for icing against the Flyers. So the fifth goal from the Flyers, it's Dalal from Nolan and Alain at 13:57, and another goal. That's going to be Radier and Kitchen for sure. Maybe a secondary assist added on to that. McKinnon shot blocked by Robinson. It went high in the air, gloved down by Radier. Taking over is Stevens, dropping it off for O'Toole. Barely holds the line. Walking in, there's a shot from Lewis that just misses the net. McKinnon going to hold the line. Now it's just barely scooping out as Radier left off for Robinson. Robinson clears it behind the net. It's O'Toole. Pinning the puck up against the boards, making a nice move, getting around a couple. O'Toole still with it, sends it to the middle. Step it up is Cole. Cole moving in and was just poked off by Jaillet. Jaillet clearing around O'Toole. Here's Radier. Radier skating up, might have a lane. Here's Radier into his backhand, denied by Thibodeau. Another clutch breakaway save. That one to be sent in by Declan Steves. McKinnon shooting it out, blocked in by the Flyers. Stevens with another try will send it down the ice, and icing going to be called against the Rangers. So that last goal, it will be Radier from Kitchen, and a secondary assist going to be added to Lucas Dufour. And he's notching his third point of the night. He's been having a great Saturday night so far. A goal and 2 assists to go with it. Behind the net goes Arbeau. Quickly poked, checked off. Steaming his way behind the net, the Flyers. Up to the blue line. Steves with a shot redirected and just wide of the left post. Baskin along the boards. Declan Steves back from McFadden. Reed Baskin sent across over for Lewis. Back over for Arbeau. Along the right boards was Muffet trying to center that out. He gets it back again. Muffet skating by Paulin. Cuts back, then goes for Lewis. Lewis makes his way behind his cage. Jukes a man. Now in the middle, Flyers take over. It's McFadden. Out in the corner being pinned up by Baskin and Lewis. It's moved out for Paulin, who's being shoved by Lewis. Now being pushed by Arbeau. Puck is loose, not being pinned up. It's finally cleared along the boards. There's Muffet being hit by City. Lewis skating through center, trying to evade Nolan. It's going to be back for Arbeau, who clears it down for another icing. And that seems to be the only way the Rangers can take some pressure off, by icing and just having a reset in their own zone. There's a one-timer from the blue line that's sent down by Duplessis behind the net. McQuaid try to send that one over. Bellier blocked in at the blue line. Deflected off. Block shot. Another block shot from the Rangers. That was a slot shot. Luckily blocked away. Duplessis with another try. Missing the net. Bellier trying to clear it up. Blocked by Alain, but it will get outside the zone. Rangers now regrouping. Trying to send that one over for Bizot. It's clapped back in by Marshall Smith. Alain waiting behind his net, trying to go through center. Flyers exit cleanly. Here's Duplessis along the right. Duplessis waits, tries to pass it over to the middle. That was deflected and ramped off the stick of Bizot. Bizot again with it behind the net. Cuts back. Sees his defense partner being Casaboom. Duplessis trying to step in, centers it out, working his way in his Nolan, drop pass. Duplessis has a shot, shoots and scores. So it's Miguel Duplessis going to get his second goal of the game from a perfect drop pass from Sam Nolan. And that's going to be 7-0 Flyers, 7 seconds away from being our midway point. Small delay to drop this puck. Won by Ruddy off the draw. Flyers still starting to get possession, and so far no power plays in this game. The only 2 penalties were just a bit earlier, and it was McFadden and McKinnon getting coincidental calls. Throwing it back in is Cole. Flyers make their way behind the net. Jaillet. Rimmed around for Dufour. Dufour clearing it out. Here's Ruddy leaving that off for Robinson. Robinson stepping in, waiting, trying to cut around McKinnon. McKinnon now finding the loose puck out in the corner. It's cleared outside the zone and clapped back in by Jamie Jaillet. Rangers with it behind the net. Banked off the boards, O'Toole. Jaillet. Cross ice for his defense partner. Stepping up is Robinson. Robinson to the middle, leaving off for Ruddy. The shot scores. A beautiful goal, giving Nathan Ruddy his second from a beautiful move from Nolan Robinson. With a windmill D getting that to Ruddy, and he lifts it to the top shelf. And now in net for the Rangers is number 33, Sterling Baskin. Declan Steves off the win of the draw. Sent to the middle, trying to get that one over for McFadden. Skating back with it was Muffin, almost turning it over. A shot denied by Baskin, another one turned away. McFadden battling with Blaqueer. City swings in to scoop it up. McFadden still with it out in the corner. Pass in the middle, Paulin waits, throws it down low. Moving it across the boards is Arbo. Flyers still with possession. It's McFadden waiting, going up close to the blue line, and then backhanding it in. City battling with Blaqueer out in the corner. Moving behind the net is Mosher. That one taken by Arbo. Pass up, trying to get that one over for O'Toole. There's Arbo laying a hit out in the corner. Physicality might be starting to ramp up here. It's Muffet exiting the zone, defended by Roy. Roy quickly turns around. It's sent across the boards. Sent high, going behind the net is Blaqueer. Rimming it around over for Throop. Throop leaving it off. Flyers with possession. Here's Roy waiting, shooting pad save. Rio sent out in front back door, and they score. Now going to make it 8-0. Waiting back door was Miguel Duplessis. And that's his hat trick of the game, at the right spot at the right time to bury it back door. Now this game going to be 9-0 in favor of the Flyers. They step in again. It's Nolan working his way on Lewis. Nolan against the boards. Up to the line. Sent across, will roll off his skates. Well, waits and shoots. And that one went in between the feet of a couple players. It's Alain going down for Nolan. Up for Roy. One-timer the shot. And that one getting redirected somewhere out in front. Dudal waiting, trying to move his way to the slot. Alain tries to go down low. That pass is deflected up and high into the glass. Bizot sitting outside the zone. Moving back in is Dudal. Winding in and shooting, and that one misses the net. Duplessis tried to receive the puck, fell in the process, gets it back. Duplessis moves his way to the net, backhander. And that net looks like it's off, and they're going to blow the whistle. So the last couple Flyer goals, it was Duplessis from Nolan and Roy, Ruddy from Robinson and Legel, and Duplessis at 10:07 from Nolan and Anne. So loads of Flyers players with 3 points or more so far in this game. It's shot out by O'Toole, stepping up. Belyea will be outsped by Kitchen. Kitchen working on McKinnon. The shot deflected out by Belyea and off the pad of Powers. McKinnon sent back. O'Toole working his way in. O'Toole has a lane the shot, and that misses left of the net. Flyers quickly clear it down. This one delayed icing, but skating there first and managing to get back is McKinnon. McKinnon trying to scoop up behind the net. It's McQuaid. Sent across. O'Toole. Thrown to the middle. That one deflected in between the feet of Belyea and cleared back in by the Flyers. Baskin leaving it out for Kosoboom. Kosoboom up against the boards. McKinnon again. This time intercepted. Here's Legel waiting. Right behind him was O'Toole picking up and stealing the puck. Carson O'Toole stepping up the shot into the chest of Powers. And that one for a whistle with just over 6 minutes left in period 2. The Flyers and the Rangers live on MST, currently 48 watching live. We appreciate the viewership. It's the Flyers and the Rangers being streamed by MST on the Dieppe Flyers YouTube channel. Going around, McQuaid. McQuaid stepping out of his zone, past the line. Moves away into the Flyers zone, trying to scoop it by Legel. Legel ends up falling down. Rangers may have a chance to send to the side of the net. And off the wall goes Roy. There's a shot above the net. Gonna hold the line is Arbo going up for a hit on City. Now racing back with speed, Podin. Poke checked away by McQuaid. Rangers exit the zone. Mosher, pass across, stepping up, Cole. Cole on Alain, the shot turned away by Powers. Rebound, blocked out in front, and that one not blocked by Powers. It's blocked by Matteo Roy, who is feeling it, and he may have potentially saved a goal. Duplessis in on Blaquier, in between the skates of the linesman. Shot back out, 2-on-1. It's Mosher and Baskin. The shot off the crossbar. And the Flyers quickly go back the other way. Dadal stepping through center. Dadal in on Blaquier with a shot, and that one goes above the net. Trying to shoot it back out was Mosher. Rimmed around. This one past Blaquier will go up to Alain at the blue line. Holding it in, Blaquier. Sent across or for Allaby. Allaby stepping in. Has 3 men waiting and getting poke checked by Matteo Roy. Pass up, turning that one over for Duplessis. Potential 2-on-1. Duplessis and Dalal. Dalal scores. And a perfectly played 2-on-1 from Duplessis. Sends it over to Dylan Dalal. And the Flyers have now reached double digits. And already in the second period, Flyers have now in the month of February went 4 out of 5 games scoring 10 or more goals. Offense not seeming like a problem for them so far this season. Pass out in front, trying to get that one past McQuaid. He keeps the line, throws it in behind the net. Belyea in a rush with Jaillet. There's O'Toole trying to center it, that a banked off the skate of a Flyer. Shot back in by Lewis. O'Toole behind the net, working his way past Kitchen. Jaillet clears it outside the zone. It's out in the center. Lewis left that off for Belyea. Flyers try to work their way outside the zone. It's Jaillet stepping around behind the net. Banked off the boards, Robinson. Here's Lewis now skating back towards the zone end, being pressured by Robinson. Sent it across, over for McKinnon. McKinnon off the boards. Mosher Clears it out into neutral ice. Lewis behind his own cage. Passing up for Mosher. Trying to step up, but was angled out by Steves. Nigel behind the net. Declan Steves. City stepping up. Hits it along the board, so this one just going to miss Baskin. And now we'll go for icing for that last Flyers goal. It's Dalal from Duplessis and Roy at 4:14 of period 2. We got less than 3 minutes left. It's a score of 10-0 in favor of the Dieppe Flyers. And just domination all across the ice. McKinnon firing. That one had been blocked by McFadden. Clear out to the blue line. There's a shot from Kosaboom, and that's caught by Powers. Tie up off the draw. Dadal trying to work his way outside the zone. It's flipped high. McKinnon in a foot race with City. It's McKinnon that quickly cuts by McFadden. Trying to pass that off to the middle. It's Declan Steves now with it on the right. Pass over, working in. McFadden. Windmill Deke, and a shot turned away by Baskin. City put behind the net. McFadden out in the right corner, up for Steves at the line. A shot that's over the net. Kosaboom curls around in the left corner. Crosses over for McKinnon back behind his net. Pass through center. Might be a break. Stepping it is Cole. It is taken down. We're going to have our first penalty and power play of the game. And it's at the end of the second period. And it's going to be a tripping call. And it looks like it's going against Wyatt Kitchen. Or Declan Steves, rather, taking a man down, but potentially saving a goal in the process. So Rangers will see their first opportunity on the man advantage. Stepping down is McQuaid, and quickly shot out by the Flyers and all the way down into the zone of the Rangers. Baskin leads it behind the net. Nolan working his way behind the net. There's Bezo making a nice move to successfully evade him. Pass through center, almost deflected. Taken away is Marshall Smith. Working through, leaving it off. Pass to the blue line. There's a shot turned away by Powers from Allaby, who was waiting right there and had a perfect chance. Allaby waits. Blue line, Bezo. Sets across McQuaid. Across Allaby again. To the blue line, one-timer attempt. Bezo breaks his stick. And what an unfortunate turn of events. He quickly gets another one. There's a pass right through the slot. Bezo again with his new twig to the blue line. McQuaid unable to receive a pass. He skates back out into the center. McQuaid for Allaby. Allaby across again for McQuaid. Left off and flipped in by Belyea. There's Roy hitting it across the boards, kept in by Stevens. Pass through center, deflected by the skates of Duplessis. Skating back up with speed is Nolan. Nolan cutting in, dropped off for Duplessis. The shot turned away by Baskin. Another perfect play ran by the Flyers, but Baskin extends the pad and turns that opportunity away. McKinnon with a shot turned away and blocked by Jaillet. Just over 10 seconds. Rangers still with possession. O'Toole in the corner. Trying to evade a couple men up to the blue line. McKinnon needs to shoot quickly. Sends it off. O'Toole fires. Again, another post hit by the Rangers to end this period. We'll quickly show the highlight. The Rangers have hit about 3 posts so far in this second period. And that's it for period 2. It's a massive 10-0 lead in favor for the Flyers. We'll be back in less than 10 minutes for period 3 between the Rangers and Flyers, brought to you by Maritime Stream Team. A tie-up out. Stevens and another defenseman. Right behind him, almost turning over the puck. And an almost centering pass. Jackson Steves regaining possession. Pass up for Jaya. Jaya stepping in, cutting in the middle with a shot. He scores! Outlet pass for Will Cole, stepping up to the middle. And with stick checked by Legel, there's a hit. A bit from behind on Bizo, and the Flyers may have an odd man rush the other way. Legel breaking with Robinson. There's Robinson, backhander. It's Duplessis behind the net, trying to poke it by Belyea. Up to the blind from Nolan. Shot from Alain, patted away, and City working back as McKinnon. Speeding around the corner, being chased by Duplessis. Leaves it behind him there. City stealing, trying to go upstairs. By Throop, he tried to get that over to the other side. Stepping in, working his way to the middle. Here's Baskin, shooting, saved by Patty. Rodi getting angled out, trying to get possession. Here's Dufour, stepping in, pass across. Robinson shoots and scores. Shot, rebound, Belyea, just unable to corral it. Throop up to the blue line. Here's Lewis, waits to the middle. One-timer, denied by Patty, way behind the net. McKinnon lays up a hit. McKinnon trying to throw it down deep. Taken away by the Rangers, thought it had been the whistle pass. Rimmed along the boards, trying to see Throop. Step it back in. Robinson, pass it in front. Dufour with a shot. Score. City leaving that one off for Duplessis. Duplessis working his way around the net with his backhand. Still with it. To the blue line. Roy has some space. Fires turned away. But oh, it's McQuaid. Trying to get that one over for Paulin, who was shoved up by Belyea. Puts it to the blue line. Kitchen with a shot. And that one, Bizo. Shot along that left side. Kitchen, pass to the middle. Robinson finding on his backhand, shoots. Pass, and I tried to deflect it into the zone. Bizo across for Kosovu. Lead passes Belyea on a breakaway. Belyea turned away by Ruddy, unsuccessful in the draw. It's McQuaid trying to throw it back for Lewis. Robinson out in front. Ruddy shot, another shot and denied, and barely retains possession. There's Basket trying to steer the puck away. Shot saved. Scrub out in front of. It's Muffet, rather, sending it into the zone. Whoa. Trying to put it all on the boards. Taking that one away from Mosher. Step back up is Duplessis. Pass up for Olaby. Flyers defense just got off a change. Here's a shot. Turned away by the. Got less than 30 seconds left to play. McKinnon stepping in, waiting. Soft dish, the shot saved. Cole trying to look for. A tie-up out. Stevens and another defenseman. A one-handed move to Nolan. Up to the blind. Anne, cross ice. Roy steps, has some room and shoots. And that one's just above the net. Right behind him, almost turning over the puck. And an almost centering pass. Jackson Steves regaining possession. Pass up for Jaya. Jaya stepping in, cutting in the middle with a shot. He scores. Outlet pass for Will Cole, stepping up to the middle. And with stick checked by Legel, there's a hit. A bit from behind on Bizo, and the Flyers may have an odd man rush the other way. Legel breaking with Robinson. There's Robinson, backhander. It's Duplessis behind the net, trying to poke it by Belyea. Up to the blind from Nolan. Shot from Alain, patted away, and City working back as McKinnon. Speeding around the corner, being chased by Duplessis. Leaves it behind him there. City stealing, trying to go upstairs. By Throop, he tried to get that over to the other side. Stepping in, working his way to the middle. Here's Baskin, shooting, saved by Patty. Rodi getting angled out, trying to get possession. Here's Dufour, stepping in, pass across. Robinson shoots and scores. Shot, rebound, Belyea, just unable to corral it. Throop up to the blue line. Here's Lewis, waits to the middle. One-timer, denied by Patty, way behind the net. McKinnon lays up a hit. McKinnon trying to throw it down deep. Taken away by the Rangers, thought it had been the whistle pass. Rimmed along the boards, trying to see Throop. Step it back in. Robinson, pass it in front. Dufour with a shot. Score. City leaving that one off for Duplessis. Duplessis working his way around the net with his backhand. Still with it. To the blue line. Roy has some space. Fires turned away. But oh, it's McQuaid. Trying to get that one over for Paulin, who was shoved up by Belyea. Puts it to the blue line. Kitchen with a shot. And that one, Bizo. Shot along that left side. Kitchen, pass to the middle. Robinson finding on his backhand, shoots. Pass, and I tried to deflect it into the zone. Bizo across for Kosovu. Lead passes Belyea on a breakaway. Belyea turned away by Ruddy, unsuccessful in the draw. It's McQuaid trying to throw it back for Lewis. Robinson out in front. Ruddy shot, another shot and denied. and barely retains possession. There's Basket trying to steer the puck away. Shot saved. Scrum out in front of. It's Muffet rather, sending it into the zone. Whoa. Trying to put it all on the boards. Taking that one away from Mosher. Step back up is Duplessis. Pass up for Allaby. Flyers defense just got off a change. Here's a shot. Turned away by the. Got less than 30 seconds left to play. McKinnon stepping in, waiting. Soft dish, the shot save. Cole trying to look for. Stevens and another defenseman. A one-handed move to Nolan. Up to the blue line. Ane, cross ice. Roy steps, has some room and shoots. And that one's just above the net. Right behind him, almost turning over the puck. And an almost centering pass. Jackson Steves regaining possession. Pass up for Jaya. Jaya stepping in, cutting in the middle with a shot. He scores! Outlet pass for Will Cole, stepping up to the middle. And with stick checked by Legel, there's a hit. There's a hit. A bit from behind on Bizo, and the Flyers may have an odd man rush the other way. Legel breaking with Robinson. There's Robinson, backhander. It's Duplessis behind the net, trying to poke it by Belyea. Up to the blind from Nolan. Shot from Alain, patted away, and City. Working back as McKinnon. Speeding around the corner, being chased by Duplessis. Leaves it behind him there. City stealing, trying to go upstairs. By through. He tried to get that over to the other side. Stepping in, working his way to the middle. Here's Baskin. Shooting, saved by Patty. Rodi getting angled out, trying to get possession. Here's Dufour stepping in, pass across. Robinson shoots and scores. Shot, rebound, Belyea just unable to corral it. Throop up to the blue line. Here's Lewis. Waits to the middle. One-timer denied by Patty way behind the net. McKinnon lays up a hit. McKinnon trying to throw it down deep. Taken away by the Rangers. Thought it had been the whistle pass. Rimmed along the boards. Trying to see through. Stepping back in. Robinson passing in front. Dufour with a shot. Score. City leaving that one off for Duplessis. Duplessis working his way around the net with his backhand. Still with it. To the blue line. Roy has some space. Fires turned away. Oh, it's McQuaid. Trying to get that one over for Paulin, who was shoved up by Belyea. Puts it to the blue line. Kitchen with a shot. And that one. Bizo. Shot along that left side. Kitchen, pass to the middle. Robinson finding on his backhand, shoots. Pass, and I tried to deflect it into the zone. Bizo across for Kosovu. Lead passes Belyea on a breakaway. Belyea turned away by. Ruddy unsuccessful in the draw. It's McQuaid trying to throw it back for Lewis. Robinson out in front. Ruddy shot, another shot and denied, and barely retains possession. There's Basket trying to steer the puck away. Shot saved. Scrum out in front of. It's Muffet rather, sending it into the zone. Whoa. Trying to put it all on the boards. Taking that one away from Mosher. Step back up is Duplessis. Pass up for Allaby. Flyers defense just got off a change. Here's a shot. Turned away by the. Got less than 30 seconds left to play. McKinnon stepping in, waiting. Soft dish, the shot save. Cole trying to look for. A tie-up out. Stevens and another defenseman. A one-handed move to Nolan. Up to the blue line. Ane, cross ice. Roy steps, has some room and shoots. And that one's just above the net. Right behind him, almost turning over the puck. And an almost centering pass. Jackson Steves regaining possession. Pass up for Jaya. Jaya stepping in, cutting in the middle with a shot. He scores! Outlet pass for Will Cole, stepping up to the middle. And with stick checked by Legel, there's a hit. A bit from behind on Bizo, and the Flyers may have an odd man rush the other way. Legel breaking with Robinson. There's Robinson, backhander. It's Duplessis behind the net, trying to poke it by Belyea. Up to the blind from Nolan. Shot from Alain, patted away, and City. Working back as McKinnon. Speeding around the corner, being chased by Duplessis. Leaves it behind him there. And here we go. We've started third period of action. Rangers had a very limited power play to start. And just coming out of the box is Kitchen. So it's now a 5-on-5. Quickly cleared out Etroy, sending it across the boards. That was over to Olaby. Flyers clear it back in the zone. It's Alain turning it over, and almost a chance out in front. Skating it back is Smith out in the corner. He's hit by Roy to the blue line. McQuaid with a shot, and that one turned away by the blocker and or stick of Powers. Cleared by McKinnon off the boards, and we got a penalty coming up. And it looks like it's against the Rangers, and Connor Allaby was quick to go to the box. So we have a Flyers power play at 19:04 of this first period. It's Allaby heading over to the box. Nolan stepping into the circle. And the Flyers will now see their first chance on the man advantage. Walking in, Jaillet, leaving it off. Cross ice pass, Duplessis with a one-timer. And that one just too far inside and sent off left of the net. Rangers bringing in a shot. Turned away by Powers. Behind the net, Duplessis curling around. Speeding past Stevens. Sending across to the left board, it's Jaillet. Moving his way through center. Jamie Jaillet hits the brakes, goes across for Duplessis, was wide open. Nolan, Jaillet, top of the line, waiting, cutting to the left and shooting in this one, not having much on it and missing left. Nolan recovers the rebound, steps in on the circle, across for Jaillet, waits and shoots and scores. And the Flyers go 1-for-1 on their man advantage. It's a shot from Jaillet at the blue line. And at 18-12, the Flyers have now gone ahead by 11 goals. And that's going to be Nolan's 4th assist of the game. Still no goals for him, but he has been setting up a lot of plays tonight. There's Kosoboom losing it in a puddle. Almost a turnover. There's Robinson looking for it behind the net. It's McQuaid trying to pass that one up. Radier disrupting a play. McKinnon waits, sends it across. It banks up against the boards and will go down for icing against the Rangers. So we'll have another offensive zone faceoff in favor of Dieppe. Face-off win by Dieppe. Cleared back in by Legier. Behind the net, Radi in the corner. Sent up to the blue line. Waits as a shot deflected. Patted away by Baskin. Radi in the corner. Curling around. Was shoved off. He had about 3 Rangers on him. There's Lewis losing it in a puddle. Luckily, no one there. Or else puck would have been stolen in a matter of seconds. O'Toole sent to the line. Jaya keeping it in. But it's going to be called a high stick. For that Flyers goal, it's Jaya from Duplessis and Nolan at 18-12 on the power play. Flyers bring it in. Paulin working his way around the shot, and they score. Hadn't even noticed the puck enter the net. And the Flyers now go up by an even 12-0. Unsure of who's going to get this goal. Paulin wrapped around the net, put it to the side of the net. It looked like it had scored out in front. Couldn't pinpoint exactly who that was. Regardless, Flyers up 2-0. It's Blaquier sending it to the middle. Roy skating back. Pass Paulin to the middle, trying to get that over to McFadden. It's Blaquier that retakes possession. He's quickly poke check. McFadden entering the zone. Pass one. The shot denied. That was looking to go to the 5-hole of Baskin. Flyers in their own zone. It's Alain quickly trying to clear it in. Blaquier across for Bizot. Pass up Belliea stepping in and just couldn't quite get a shot off with the pressure from Roy on defense. Pass across. Here's McQuaid looking for a shot. Another crossbar hit. There's another shot from the blue line quickly from Alabi that wouldn't get through. And the Rangers have now hit about 4 posts and crossbars. Shot from Duplessis blocked out in front. That's from Arbeau standing tall. Belliea trying to work his way through center. Here's Nolan. Now stealing. Works his way up past Alabi. Nolan in with some hands. Side of the net now works his way behind the net. Kitchen across for Jaillet. Jaillet steps it and shoots. Save, rebound, Nolan. Another save made by Baskin. Nolan again showing off his hands, left off for Duplessis. He shoots and that one's above the net and unable to be kept in. Duplessis left behind him, a perfect drop pass for Nolan. Nolan a shot blocked in the shin pads of Believe. That was McQuaid, who now gets it back again. McQuaid, a pass up. This one not going to reach Alabi. Left out, there's a shot saved by Powers that had banked off his stick. Another good chance for the Rangers. They like to start off periods with some good chances. Duplessis stepping his way in. Waits at the line for reinforcements. Trying to cut into the zone. So with possession, and it banked off a skate of Stevens. Stevens left off for O'Toole. O'Toole in with a shot along the ice that was easily saved by Powers. Stepping back up is Robinson. Having poke-checked off, and I was forced to get out of the zone. Behind his net, Kosovoom. Rindle on the boards, kept in by Lejal. He is stood up by Will Cole, and then given an extra shot afterwards. Move behind his net is Kosovoom. Sending that one over for McKinnon. McKinnon back for Kosovoom behind the net. Kosovoom banked off the boards, and Jukson goes the other way. Here coming in is Radier, taking him down. They still battle loose for the puck. Sent to the blue line. Flipped out and high from O'Toole. Banked along the boards. Here's Cole. Accidentally being tripped up. Flyers end up having a chance to go the other way. Stepping up is Robinson. Robinson working his way in. Could have a break. Backhander turned away by Baskin. But we do have a penalty. And it looks like we're going to have another Flyers power play. Heading to the box is Will Cole. And here's the save from Baskin on Nolan Robinson, showing off a bit of hands. So with 14:01 still left in this third period, it's Will Cole to the box for 2 minutes. Roy sent across. Put behind the net, City. City being pinned up by Smith. It's poked free, side of the net, trying to jam at it. Looked like that's Paulin. Blue line, Roy. Sent across. Roy again. Waits. Goes over to the corner, then sends it back across. Cleared back in. Paulin stepping inside of the net. Pass out to front. City trying to redirect it. And that one covered by Baskin. Now City getting his stick tied up with Lewis. Flyers still in the zone. There's a shot again turned away by Baskin. Jaya sent across. There's a shot that just misses the net, not by much. Jaya skating back. Waits, banked off the boards. Makes his way past Mosher. Pass up for Dalal. Dalal skating in. Waits goes through the legs with a pass, trying to get that one off for Duplessis. Duplessis finding it behind him. Sent to the blue line. Jaya back for Duplessis. Sends it across for Jaya. Top of the left line. Shot. Attempted deflection, loose out in front. There's a shot from Dalal. Saved by Baskin, and the rebound is sent behind the net. Moving his way around is Arbeau. Clearing it down, and this one will go not for icing. Powers electing to play it. Sends it up for Jayet. Small dish up for Nolan. Nolan stepping in past McQuaid. Drop pass. Only person there is Olaby, who is then taken down. Dejal pass to the middle of the shot. Turned away by the blocker of Baskin. Alabi trying to find them in the corner and clear out. Pass in the middle. There's a shot that's gloved down by Baskin. Backhander stopped by Dejal at the blue line. Sent across. Power play now expired. There's another shot that was turned away. There's a hit on Reed Baskin. Robinson trying to put it behind the net. Attempted clear will just get out past Declan Steves. Sent across for Dejal. Dejal pass in the middle. That'll make its way by McQuaid. Pinning him against the boards. Belyea now taken away by Robinson. Radji being poked loose by Kosoboom. Working his way out is Alabi now outside the zone. Finally a break for the Rangers as it's now cleared in by Belyea. Lijal putting it behind him. Scooping it up is Radji. Radji moving by Stevens. In to poke the puck away is Paulin. Paulin looking over in the corner. Was being pinned up by McKinnon. Stevens in there trying to battle for the puck. McKinnon throwing it in the corner. It's Jaya. Waiting in for help is Dufoul. In there for the Rangers is Stevens. Rimmed around McKinnon. Pass up for Belyea. He then clears it out. That's off the boot of Alain. Alain almost turning it over, ends up sending it back for Roy. Roy clearly not panicking. Sends it up. There's Dufour trying to get a stick on it. Now walking in. I believe that's Mosher that was poked off the puck. Robinson stepping up against O'Toole. O'Toole winning that battle and getting possession. Up against the left boards. McFadden trying to step in, flipped out. Taken by Robinson and shot out by the Rangers. Anna pass up. Ponet deflects it into the zone. Bizot cleared across McKinnon. Back for Bizot. Bizot again back for McKinnon. McKinnon turning it over. There's a shot attempt from City, and that one had never gone off his twig. Muffet hit along the boards. Along the glass and makes his way past that end. There's Roy. Quickly cutting back. Roy steaming in. Makes his way past Roy. Roy in with a shot. Turned away by Baskin. And what a play. Sterling Baskin to reject Mateo Roy. Going end to end. Roy accidentally shoots it into the Rangers bench. A game that has been a definite blowout. Still some nice saves being made from a combination of Baskin and Thibodeau. Dalal sent cross ice, stepping in. There's a shot turned away by Baskin. Another shot from Dalal that misses the net. Unable to be kept in the line by Jaya. Less than 9 to go. Jaya hit off the board, stepping up and shot in by Lewis. Powers going to leave that one out over for Kitchen. Kitchen trying to send that one up. There's Reed Baskin laying off a hit. Duplessis cutting to the middle, losing possession, but will barely keep it in off his backhand. Lewis sending it across. Working in. There's a shot that just misses wide. Mosher trying to put it by Kitchen. And try to send it up towards the blue line. Here's Dalal working his way outside the zone. Leaves a pass over for Nolan. Nolan stepping in, cutting to the middle. There's the shot turned away, barely by the toe of Baskin. Rangers cleared out. Here's Bellier, a potential 2-on-1 that was broken up by Declan Steves. Some battling along the right corner of the Flyers zone, taken away by Duplessis. He'll go behind his own net. Duplessis passes up right in the middle, and there waiting for it was McFadden. It had slid off his stick, and Bellier a chance to clear it behind the net. There's Declan Steves. Laying it back. Attempted pass turned away by Luke Bellier, applying some great forecheck. Here's Bellier going to find it behind the net. Tried to leave it behind him. Declan Steves around the boards. This one out of the reach of Danan. Cleared in by Bequeer. Legier across the boards. Robinson. Chipped along. Radier. Battling up against his own bench. Rangers bring it back in. Soft pass. Here's Marshall Smith cutting into his backhand. And that one is read all the way by Powers. Throop sending it in front. Smith against the side of the net. And that one covered by Powers. And we got just over 7 left. And the goals so far tonight, if you're just tuning in, Duplessis, he has 3. Jaya has 2. Dallaire has 2. Radi has 2. Robinson and Dufour and Paulin each with 1. That giving the Flyers so far 12 goals. Duplessis has 5 points and Nolan has 4 assists so far. Cleared on the board, that's Anne. Banked along Dufour. Passing that one up for Radi. Having pressure from Muffet, he comes in and steals the puck. Rangers try to clear it out of the zone. It barely does, but stepping back in is Robinson. Has Dufour with him, backhanded. And that redirected by the stick of Baskin out in the net. Bizot Stepping outside the zone, it's Carter Bizot stepping in, trying to get a shot off. The Flyers quickly curl and turn back the other way. It's Robinson. Accompanying him is McFadden. There's McFadden with a shot. It's deflected up into the netting. Face off to the right of Sterling Baskin in the net. McKinnon, after winning the draw, rims it around, tries to spring a man. Here's Mosher stepping in, shooting, and that's above the net and will go out of play. So what a chance. It's Max McKinnon. Flyers move their way outside the zone. Paulin curling in, trying to toe drag and release it. Flyers try to put it up to the line. It's Kitchen trying a shot. That one's deflected away by Arbeau. Moving outside the zone is Allaby. Stepping in. Allaby couldn't quite get a shot off. He was just bodied by Jaillet. Jaillet now moves his way up, trying to cut out with speed past Stevens. It's Stevens successfully keeping it in the zone. Stepping in. There's a shot attempt. Sent to the middle by Allaby, trying to get the one overseas. It's a backhand shot, and that one's turned away on Mosher. And we will see a Flyers penalty and another chance on the man advantage for the Southern Rangers. And just an extra shove after the whistle. So the Rangers off to their second man advantage. It's Jaya going off to the box after he had tried to leave the zone, but was promptly turned away by Stevens. At the blue line, Lewis sent to Cole with a shot, turned away by Powers, and that rebound went right up in the air. He did not know where it was. Puck getting past McQuaid. Dallal tried to streak in. McQuaid getting the puck again, stepping in, shooting. That one off the stick of Powers in the net. O'Toole being pressured up by Steves. There's Lewis waiting and not getting much of the shot. And there was Nolan intercepting a pass again. Nolan up against McQuaid had lost the puck, and Lewis right there to take possession. Back for McQuaid. Up for Belliea. Belliea trying to step in. Try to send it over. That one in the feet of Radier. And he will be able to clear it down to the Rangers zone. McQuaid stepping up. Pass intercepted by the Flyers. McQuaid losing the puck. It's Duplessis out in the zone. Here's Lewis. Dax Lewis stepping up out of his zone. Sends it across from McQuaid. It was going for a change and did not expect a pass. Radier stepping into the zone. It's a 2-on-3. Duplessis in the corner up for Radier. Waiting, shooting, blocked by the shin pads of Lewis. Muffet pass up. That one steered away. Duplessis trying to go up against the boards. Duplessis almost had a break. That was turned away and taken by Bizot. Carter Bizot. Leaving it off for Blaquier. Pass in the middle. Gets by Stevens. Here's Allaby. Sends it cross ice, and that one's off the stick. Off the skates, rather, of Belliea. Arbeau. That's Allaby, rather, trying a shot. Sent to Radier. Not going to try anything fancy, and we'll send it behind the net of Baskin and give the Flyers a chance to get some fresh bodies out on the ice. Power play now expired. For the Rangers, it's now 5-on-5, successfully killing off the penalty for Jaya. That was 2 for roughing. Cole stepping up in the zone across the line. Here's Cole, and his stick was tied up and not able to keep possession of the puck. Robinson trying to put it by Reed Baskin. There's a shot from the blue line, deflected up high, and will land out in the corner. Moving his way back up toward the blue line. Arbeau trying a shot, and had slid down when he had tried. McFadden across Dallal to McFadden. Couldn't get a stick on it, rebound, and again turned away by the pad of Baskin. So just over 2.5 still remaining in this second period of play between the Flyers and the Rangers. A 12-0 game thus far. There's Cole sent to the middle. Two players colliding. That'll be a penalty up against the Flyers. Rangers still with possession. They now have a 6-man out on the ice. Kosaboom waits, tries to curl around, shoved off by Dufoul. And that one touched up. And we'll have another Southern Rangers man advantage with two players colliding at mid-ice. It looks like it's Robinson just falling on top of a man. Off the draw, it's won by Dieppe. Rangers steal and take possession. Bezo at the blue line, sent down for Smith. Allaby in the corner. Allaby up for Smith. And around the hash mark, sent to the middle. It's McKinnon that now works his way on the left. Going down low for O'Toole. O'Toole stepping up towards the line. Sent down for McKinnon. His pass deflected and will be shot down the ice successfully by the Flyers. It's Baskin. Passing on off for Bezo, cutting back towards his own end. It's O'Toole in the corner, rimming it around the cage of Baskin for Bezo. Sent across the board, Smith. Sending it off for the trailer. That one being O'Toole with a shot that ended up behind the net of Powers. There's a shot that ends up past, or Bezo's going to keep it in rather. And then a pass attempt by Allaby taken away. Here's Nolan skating with speed on Bezo with the puck, trying to curl his way to the middle. And Bezo there to upend that chance. McKinnon unable to get the puck that shot towards the net of Baskin. McKinnon trying to weave his way around. Here's Bezo behind the net. Last minute of play in the third period. There's a shot turned away by Baskin, and he will successfully cover. And before this faceoff, we'd like to take the time to remind you that our next Dieppe Flyers home game being streamed by MST is March 1st. That's next Saturday as they take on the Northern Rivermen. And it'll be a bit of a doubleheader as March 2nd they are up to Miramichi to take on the Northern Rivermen on the road. Lewis passes that one over for McQuaid. McQuaid steps up, curls back around, and sees Lewis. Robinson now about to leave the box. So 5-on-5 to end this game. Penalty box door still open. Robinson almost sent it right in to the box. Now stepping up is Beliea. Walking in, being stripped of the puck. It's Alain that sent it off the boards. And that will end this game. It's going to be 12-0 in favor of the Dieppe Flyers, and that ends this game off. And to recapping the goals of this one, Duplessis, he gets a hat trick. Jaye had two of his own. Dallaire with two. And Ruddy also coming up with multi-goal nights. And Dieppe Flyers had two players with 4 points or more. That was Sam Nolan with 4 assists. And Duplessis, to go with his 3 goals, had 2 assists, giving him a 5-point night. And that is all we have from the Avenir Center in downtown Moncton. We wish you a good night from the Avenir Center. And hoping to tune in our next game Monday, or that's Saturday rather, March 1st Flyers and Bourbon on the Dieppe Flyers YouTube channel.